story time today. I'm going to read you a book called Amazing Snakes. Snakes don't have arms or legs. They don't have wings or fins, but some snakes can climb trees or swim in water. Others can dig underground. Some even jump off branches. They flatten their bodies so they fall slowly and land safely. There are more than 2,000 different kinds of snakes. Some are shorter than a pencil. Some are almost as long as a school bus. All snakes hunt prey to eat. Some hunt rats or mice or fish. Many eat other snakes. A few even hunt crocodiles or catch birds or bats in the air. Snakes look for their prey. They do not have eyelids. A clear scale covers each eye. Snakes never blink. Snakes smell prey with their noses. They also stick out their tongues to pick up the smell of prey. Some snakes can feel heat from another animal's body. This helps them find their prey in the dark. Some snakes, like boas and pythons, kill their prey by squeezing. These snakes are called constrictors. A constrictor wraps its long body tightly around its prey until the prey stops breathing. Some snakes, like vipers and cobras, kill with venom. These snakes have sharp fangs. When they bite, venom flows from the fangs into the prey's body. Snakes with venom can kill animals much larger than they are. Some can even kill people. A snake's long, pointy teeth can catch prey, but can't chew it. Snakes must swallow prey whole. A snake can open its mouth so wide that it can swallow something bigger than its head. If your mouth and body were built like a snake, you could swallow a watermelon. Wow, that's huge. Some baby snakes hatch out of eggs. Others are born live. Some snakes can give birth to 100 babies at once. Young snakes do not need parents to take care of them. They survive on their own, hunting small prey like worms, insects, and lizards. A snake gets bigger every year. After a while, its skin gets too small and wears out, just like your clothes do. Then the snake must shed its skin. First, it rubs on a tree or a rock until its skin gets loose. It wiggles out of the old skin. A new skin has grown underneath. Some snakes have skin the color of grass or sand or dirt. Others have patterns that look like leaves. These colors and patterns help snakes hide from animals who hunt them. A rattlesnake can hide in sand or leaves, but if something gets too close, the rattlesnake shakes its tail. Rings of thick skin at the end of the tail rattles together loudly. The sound tells everyone a deadly snake is near. Snakes can live in trees or in oceans or underground. You can find them in jungles or deserts or your own backyard. But you're not likely to find a snake in the snow. Snakes hibernate in the winter. They go underground, where they will not freeze. These snakes do not eat or move. They'll wait for spring. Snakes can live almost anywhere, but it is hard for them to live near people. Houses and buildings take up the land where snakes live. Many snakes are hit by cars, and people often kill snakes because they are afraid of them. They don't know how important snakes are to our world. Snakes hunt animals like rats. They can spread sicknesses. Many other animals like hawks and raccoons eat snakes. Without snakes, these animals could not live. Snake venom can be used in medicine and may even help cure cancer. Scientists go into jungles and forests to count snakes and study them. Sometimes they put a tiny radio under a snake's skin. Then they set the snake free. The radio sends out signals that scientists use to follow the snake. They learn what the snake eats, how it hunts, where it sleeps, and what it needs to survive. Snakes need a safe place to live and food to eat, just like people do. Then they will stay a part of our world. Snakes can seem very scary, but they are a good part in our world. Since they are scary, many people don't want them as pets, but lots of people do love having snakes as pets. Today we have a special guest with us to listen to our book. Oh, I love you, Beckham. Our book today is called Possum Magic. As you can see, we have a special guest, Possum, here with us. Once upon a time, but not very long ago, deep in the Australian bush lived two possums. Their names were Hush and Grandma Poss. Grandma Poss made bush magic. She made wombats blue and cuckoo berries pink. She made dingoes smile and umas shrink. But the best magic of all was the magic that made Hush invisible. He's invisible! adventure Hush had. Because she couldn't be seen, she could be squashed by koalas. Ooh, that would hurt. Because she couldn't be seen, she could slide down kangaroos. That looks like very fun. Because she couldn't be seen, she was safe from snakes, which is why Grandma Poss had made her invisible in the first place. But one day, quite unexpectedly, Hush said, "Grandma, I want to know what I look like. Please, could you make me visible again?" "Of course I can," said Grandma Poss, and she began to look through her magic books. She looked into this book, and she looked into that. There was magic for thin, and magic for fat, and magic for tall, and magic for short, small. But the magic she was looking for wasn't there at all. Grandma Poss looked miserable. "Don't worry, Grandma," said Hush. "I don't mind." But in her heart of hearts, she did. But in her heart of hearts, all night long, Grandma Poss thought and thought. The next morning, just before breakfast, she shouted, "It's something to do with food. People food, not possum food, but I can't remember what. We'll just have to try and find it." So later that day, they left the bush where they'd always been to find what it was that would make Hush sing. They ate and sucked biscuits and Adlants, Morny and Minties and Malvern, steak and salad in Sydney, and pumpkin scones in Brisbane. Hush remained invisible. "Don't lose heart," said Grandma Poss. "Let's see what we can find in Darwin." It was there, in the far north of Australia, that they found a Vegemite sandwich. Grandma Poss crossed her claws and crossed her feet. Hush breathed deeply and began to eat. "A tail, shouted both possums at once, for there it was, a brand new, visible tail. Later, on a beach in Perth, they ate a piece of pavlov. Hush's legs appeared, so did her body. "You look wonderful, you precious possum," said Grandma Poss. "Next, soup. Tasmania, and over the sea they went. In Hobart, late one night in the kitchens of the caisson, they saw a lambkin on a plate. Hush closed her eyes and nibbled. Grandma Poss held her breath and waited. It worked, she cried. And she was right. Hush could be seen from head to tail. Grandma Poss hugged Hush, and they both danced. Here we go, round the lambkin plate, till early in the morning. From that time onwards, Hush was visible. But once a year, on her birthday, she and Grandma Poss ate a Vegemite sandwich, a piece of pulva, and half a lamberton, just to make sure that Hush stayed visible forever. And she did. Wow, there were a lot of different words in there. They are all special kinds of food in Australia. Maybe one day you'll go there and try some of those foods. That was a great book. Do you think so, Possum?